Ladies and gentlemen, how y'all doing? Welcome to Big Talk with Bruce Dickey here on Wabash Catch TV. My guest today, it's our weekly Take the Points show, and Lucas is here. How you doing, Lucas?
Good, sir. Yourself?
Been about a month?
Nah, a couple weeks.
It's been, you were here...
I was a week before Thanksgiving.
3 weeks.
So, yeah.
Yeah, okay. Well, that's cool. Good to see you.
You
Good
too.
to see you. Thanks for coming back. We're going to talk today about the NFL. We're going to talk a little college football. I noticed you guys didn't put any bets in our list on college football.
There'd be one. We got one. Are you taking the over?
I did
under?
one. Oh, well, what do you think I'm doing?
Definitely going over, huh? This is the year?
You know me, Mr. Contrarian.
Yeah. Don't worry about those 16 others straight. 17, year 17 is what it is.
We'll get to all that here in just a minute. You're watching Big Talk with Bruce Dickey on Wabash Catch TV. Lucas Vaughan is here for our Take the Point show here on this beautiful Friday morning, and I grabbed the wrong doggone sheet. Run over there
10-4.
and grab the one. There should be another one in there, maybe, unless I put the wrong one in the box, which might be. Just grab me the whole folder.
I don't see what you're looking for.
Just grab me the whole folder. I suspect I brought the wrong one.
You want to make some stuff up? See, it's that time of year. Let's see. What do we have? We probably got some breakfasts.
Well, that's exactly right. I do know a few things going on, and I do have pictures for the. I've already put the pictures in for the National Day.
Okay.
Thanks. So we'll be able. This is going to be a good time.
All right.
This is our fun little Christmas show.
All right, so do you remember? Did you at least go through it beforehand and have an idea what's there?
I know. Yeah, there was only one Friday item.
Okay.
The one Friday item is at the Village Wine and Gifts tomorrow night, and it was a live show, and it was a dude who is a singer, a singer-songwriter,
Okay.
and going to be
Bob Dylan. So Bob Dylan is where?
is going to be at the Village Wine and Gifts there in Effingham tomorrow night.
I mean, he should have a big crowd. I heard the guy's good.
Well, you know he is. Oh, speaking of that, also, and I didn't even have this on the list. You remember we had Santa Claus. We had Santa Claus here this week, and the Santa Claus and Mrs. Claus are going to be in Sisney at the square? On the firehouse.
Right.
And then they're also going to the square is going to be wide open for people to come over and do.
It's pretty right now. They've got lit it up.
Did you go in there?
We went by there a week or so ago, and it's pretty there.
Yeah.
So, kids like the lights.
Well, there's going to be story time. Remember old Catherine's Cafe. Story time at Catherine's Cafe, and then the new restaurant downtown is going to have snow cones or something like that. And the old Pizza Bees is now a new place. And I can't
Taste Buds.
Taste Buds.
Yep.
Ladies and gentlemen, Lucas Vaughan is here to provide.
You asked me about a pizza joint, and so I mean,
is Taste Buds a pizza joint too?
It's got other things, but it's a pizza joint, and it also has daily specials, foods like that too. So
my only question, and I hesitate to ask this on the air because, but I will because I always step in it all the time. Are their hours a little bit more regular than Pizza Bees? Because I always had a heck of a time trying to find when Pizza Bees was open to get myself a pizza.
Yeah, I think their dailies are normally open. Their hours, I want to say maybe 4 to 8, something like that. And then there's times they're open noon to 8. I believe also, so not the standard fare, I guess.
Yeah, well, I mean they're open more often than Thursday from 4 to 6.
Right.
Or
yes,
whatever.
they are.
Yeah, okay, that's cool. That's what I want to make sure. That's on Friday night. Go to the Sisney Square, 4 to 8 p.m. Santa Claus. There's also, by the way, a Dasher will be there.
Just one.
Just one. Gonna have only one.
The other ones are busy.
The other ones are busy working.
Dasher was like, I ain't doing anything.
Dasher, they pulled Dasher off the line.
Okay.
They use horsepower up there, I guess, or reindeer power up there at the North Pole. But yeah, he'll be there. And so yeah, do that. Also on Saturday now. Now this is what you were talking about.
Okay.
There are multiple breakfasts and
that
things.
time of year.
Santa Claus is going to be all over the place. You know why?
Why?
He's magic.
Well, yeah.
Santa Claus is magic. I know where it is. It's over there by that other computer.
10-4.
As
written on?
Yeah, the one I was writing on.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's it. That's the one.
I saw it over there. I thought,
I wish you'd have grabbed that one. That would probably saved us both a little.
I feel like people are pretty enlightened currently.
It would save. Actually, I don't know how much humiliation I got.
Anything.
Well, this is the fun thing. All right, Friday night. It's at the Tuscan Hills Winery. It's the I used the wrong place, didn't I? The Tuscan Hills Winery. It's the Fairly Odd Duo. This is an upbeat acoustic Americana pop music using original arrangements, lush vocal harmonies to capture the mood and share their brand of light-hearted fun.
Sounds like Bob Dylan.
Bob Dylan, close to Bob Dylan. Drawing from singer-songwriters, both obscure and famous, the Fairly Odd Duo plays originals as well as covers from every decade of American popular music. That sounds like a good time. On Saturday, Breakfast with Santa at the Firehouse in Albion. That's at 8 a.m. Clay City is going to have a big the United Methodist Church is going to have a big Christmas concert. Santa will be at the library in Salem from 10 a.m. till noon. Bring the children. Welcome to take photos with Santa. Have you ever seen Santa unwilling to let people take photos?
Not that I know of.
I can't imagine. I mean, but they always say take photos with Santa. Maybe there are professional places that don't let that happen.
Maybe.
I don't know. Frontier Community College hosting Breakfast with Santa. He's going to be all over the place. 9 a.m. to 10:30 at the Cox Hall Learning Center. $20 and you can something.
Santa's making some money.
Well, you can get breakfast. You got to pay for breakfast, I guess. What else? The Jeff Rorton Club going to be serving a breakfast buffet from 7 to 9 a.m. Sausage gravy, biscuits, scrambled eggs, hash browns, pancakes, and beverage priced by donation.
Those two words together, I like. Breakfast buffet. I mean, that really works for me.
They go together like peas and carrots.
Yeah.
They really do. Also on Saturday the 10th, the Blueford Rorton Club with their annual Christmas auction and chili supper. It'll be at the Blueford Grade School Gym. Thomas Factory Outlet bringing the auction items. Dags will do the auction, conduct the auction. Lots of homemade soups, desserts, along with hot dogs, nachos and cheese, and drinks for purchase. The chili supper starts at 4. The auction will start at 6. Also going to have 50-50 draw and raffle tickets. First prize is a Pit Boss Pro Pellet Grill. You have one of those?
Not a Pit Boss, but yes, a pellet grill.
You do have pellet?
Yeah.
How you like those pellet grills? Christmas is coming. I'm always looking for gift ideas.
Weber makes a nice smoke fire. They've got the bugs out of it. I'm kind of a Weber guy, so they make a nice smoke fire.
That's cool. Wayne City Matters is going to have their Christmas parade on Saturday. It'll be at 7 o'clock. Free hot chocolate and cookies from the Church of the Harvest. Meet and greet with Santa, as well as a Disney princess. I don't know which one. How many Disney princesses are there?
Oh, I don't know.
A lot?
Yeah, my guess is probably a lot of them.
Petting zoo, cookie decorating, free hot dogs and chips from the Yellow Rose Smokehouse. And they will also have food available for purchase, and that ought to be a good time. What else is going on? See, I would have remembered this because it is National Christmas Card Day on December 9th. Each year around this time, friends and families begin mailing their holiday cards. Christmas Card Day on December 9th serves as a reminder to get your stamps, envelopes, and cards together so that you can share holiday cheer. Sending a card during the holidays hasn't really always been a tradition. In Victorian England, sending penny post was inexpensive and frequent. It is also considered rude to ignore a written message. One particularly popular Victorian invented the holiday card out of necessity. What year do you think they invented the holiday card in Victorian England? I'll give you
1865.
1843.
I almost said 55. I still would have been off.
You were close. There you go. 1843. J.C. Horsley he illustrated a design for Sir Henry Cole, and off you go. Boy, they have all kinds of information here about Christmas cards. What was the first Christmas stamp issued? When was the first United States Christmas stamp issued?
42.
That's probably a better guess, but it's wrong. It's 1962. Christmas 1960. How much does it cost to mail a Christmas card?
It's different than mailing anything else?
No.
Oh, was it 55 cents?
No, that's what I was guessing. I didn't figure you knew how much a stamp cost today.
What is it?
60 cents.
60 cents now?
Yeah. See, that I wouldn't have known. I bought stamps 2 weeks ago, and that's when it was 60 cents.
Yeah. I was close, 55, but yeah, I didn't realize it was
60
60
cents
now.
for stamps now. You bet. What else going on today, ladies and gentlemen? This is National Pastry Day.
Now I'm done.
Now we're talking.
That's me.
This celebrates, you're going to like the next one too, by the way. National Pastry Day celebrates one of the world's most favored baked goods. Visit your local bakery today and pick up one or two of your favorite kinds.
Yep.
Pastries can be traced back as far as the ancient Mediterranean, where they had almost paper-thin, multi-layered baklava and phyllo dough.
Baklava.
Baklava? What'd I say?
Baklava.
That's wrong,
Baklava.
isn't it? Yeah, it's baklava. French and Italian restaurants chefs eventually perfected the puff and here's some puff pastries. Those would look good. The puff and choux pastries in the 18th and 17th centuries. Chefs brought new recipes to the table. Included were new and innovative recipes for the Napoleons, cream puffs, and eclairs. There you go. Culinary historians often consider French pastry chef Antonin Carême to have been the original great master of pastry making. He only lived 49 years.
If I'm a master at that, I'm not living in 49 either.
I was going to say.
Let's see if this is good. Yep, it's pretty good.
This sounds pretty good. What else is going on? One other item, one other national day on the weekend, ladies and gentlemen. This is on Saturday, National Lager Day. Raise a glass to the third most popular beverage in the world after water and tea. While lager is typically characterized as a light summer beer, folks, we believe every season deserves to be celebrated with a few of your favorite things. As lager, there's another picture of, that's a good-looking lager.
Nice.
Folks, homebrew lagers, learn about the brewing process, take a tour of your local brewery, maybe do some reading, or bake some beer bread. There you go. That'll be all kinds of fun. Is there a difference between lager and beer? No, lager is beer. Is there a difference between ale and lager?
Yeah.
Yes, ale, several differences make ale and lager unique to each other. The first and most distinct difference is the type of the yeast used to make a lager versus ale. You want to hear all this? I can tell you all about it.
I'm interested in it. I don't know if they're out there is interested.
Well, you
but I
see,
like
the
it.
yeast in ale is called Saccharomyces cerevisiae, and if ale smells like baked bread to you, that's why. It's the same species of yeast. So there you go. However, the yeast used in lager, Saccharomyces pastorianus, it's a cold fermenting process, which leads folks to a difference between the two beers. The lagers require a cold face called cold conditioning. The process can last weeks to months, depending on the variety. Lagers are also fermented cold, while ales are fermented warm. Now you know.
I do. I'd drink either one.
Actually, I'm mainly lagers.
Me too, but I'll drink an ale. Don't get me wrong.
I don't care for it. I take that back. I'll drink a Christmas ale once in a while, but not very often. Maybe. All right.
But ale.
I would do that. Make a low golden ale. I do that. Yeah, I like that. What do you want to see on TV tonight? We got all kinds of stuff. High school basketball tonight at 6:15. The Altamont Indians at the South Central Cougars. That's on Catch TV channel 100. I'll be doing that ball game. World Cup today. We're going to get to this more later. Quarterfinals on Fox. Actually, one's going on right now. But keep it right here. You don't want to watch the first half anyway, right?
I mean, it is Croatia versus Brazil, so.
Brazil are a lot of fun to watch. Those guys can score. This afternoon at 1 p.m., Netherlands versus Argentina. NBA basketball tonight, it's the Lakers at the Sixers on ESPN, followed by the Bucks at the Mavericks, also on ESPN. NHL hockey, the Jets are at the Blackhawks. That's on NBC Sports Chicago, channel 643. Men's basketball, not much college basketball tonight.
Doesn't look like it.
There's really not. Only one game on TV. It's the Grambling at Vanderbilt. That's on SEC Network. But college football is there. It's the FCS.
There you go.
The FCS. These are the quarterfinals. Samford is at North Dakota State. North Dakota State number 1 in the country. Samford number 8. And William and Mary travels to Montana State number 2 in the country versus number 7. All 8 seeds worked out in FCS.
What do you mean?
You know, there's 24 teams.
Oh, so
it all
came down.
It went chalk.
That's neat.
That is unusual. This is Lucas Vaughan. I'm Bruce Dickey. You're watching Big Talk with Bruce Dickey. We'll be back right after this. Stick around.
When you want an honest deal and hometown service without the runaround, go to Le Mans Chevrolet Chrysler in Fairfield. Let Gabe McGahey, Sheldon Bunning, Jeff Black, Dennis Downs, Matthew Rogers, or Caleb Dunn score the best deal for you on your next new or pre-owned vehicle. Parts and service departments with factory-trained technicians and express lane and state-of-the-art tire and alignment technology. Le Mans always inspects your battery, antifreeze, wipers, and tires for free. We want you prepared for the open road ahead. Open 24/7 at lemansonline.com. You'll like the way we do business.
I'm Dr. Eric Pikus. I'm a general practice physician here at CRHPC, and I work at the Clay Medical Center in Flora. One of the things that I love about working for CRHPC is the fact that it's a federally qualified healthcare center. And that means that we can take care of any patient, whatever the case may be. We don't have to worry about their financial situation. And I love the fact that we can take care of anybody that needs our help. So no matter what care somebody needs, we're going to give them the best possible care available without judgment.
Briscoe Surplus Sales on the northeast edge of Flora is your one-stop do-it-all shop. Looking for rugged boots and footwear from great brands like Lacrosse, Rocky, and Carolina? They're there. How about top-notch small engine parts and service? Briscoe Surplus Sales has it. Whether you're wiring your switches or switching your wiring, Briscoe Surplus Sales has the solution and the know-how to help you get the job done right the first time. Briscoe Surplus Sales, your one-stop do-it-all shop.
At Clay City Banking Company, we're all on the same team, regardless of zip code. At home, work, school, or across the country, you can be part of our team with our cutting-edge mobile banking products. From your hand, you can check balances, transfer money, make deposits, and pay bills. Looking for a loan? We've got you covered with our mortgage, agriculture, commercial, and consumer loans. Join our team today. Clay City, Flora, Louisville, and Fairfield Banking Companies. We're the hometown banks, member FDIC, and equal housing lender.
It is all things new at Zimdar's Heating, Air Conditioning, and Appliance Repair. We have a new line of heating and cooling equipment and new technicians. Our new equipment line offers 24 months free financing and excellent warranty coverage. Our experienced service technicians can provide you with quality service and repairs on all brands of HVAC equipment. Zimdar's has been serving Clay County and the surrounding areas for over 23 years. The employees of Zimdar's are here to help, so call local and call Zimdar's.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back. Big Talk with Bruce Dickey. All right, I will tell you right now, we are shooting this show on Wednesday afternoon. So there are, the first subject we're going to talk about might have a few changes between Wednesday afternoon and Friday morning.
I'm sure it will.
But it really, for our purposes, doesn't matter all that much of the changes because... How about the Cardinals getting a new catcher? What do you think about Wilson Contreras leaving the Cubs and becoming a Cardinal catcher?
Well, they did. I mean, they said that the one thing that they're going to, they pretty much said it's not going to be a shortstop. We weren't going to get Trey Turner, and he signed for what, $300 million?
He signed for 11 years
Yeah,
and
11 years, $300 million.
Crazy number.
Yeah, but they did say we will come out of this with a catcher, and Contreras was the top of the catcher list out there as far as offensively for sure.
The thing with Contreras was, and I think that this is why they ended up taking him. They could have traded to Oakland. They had a trade working with Oakland for their catcher. What's his name? I'm having a brain cramp. The catcher.
I can't think of it either. Jason Kendall.
It's called just for want. Yeah, for want of
I
a
can't
name.
think of what his name is.
I keep wanting to say Austin, but that's not right. But they wanted to trade for the Oakland catcher. I think Oakland probably wanted Mason Wynn or Jordan Walker.
Not going to happen.
And the Cardinals don't want to give up their young, hot studs in the organization. And I think I think any trade, people looking to give the Cardinals an everyday catcher, they were going to want a stud duck, a prospect in return.
Right.
You can understand the Cardinals not doing that.
No, yeah, absolutely.
Are you okay? I have friends that are Cardinal fans. Most of my friends are Cardinal fans. About half of them have one opinion of Wilson Contreras. Well, all of us have. All Cardinal fans have the same opinion of Wilson Contreras. That he's a jerk Cub. He was a jerk. He badmouthed St. Louis the city. He badmouthed Yadier Molina. Half my Cardinal friends are angry about this deal.
Yeah.
Because they don't want the Cardinals picking up Wilson Contreras when he badmouthed Yadier Molina. You're not one of those type, right? Are you?
Do I hold grudges? I do hold
rational, or are you rational or irrational?
It depends. I am rational. Do I hold grudges against what people say? Sure, I remember it, but I can also forgive.
What did he say? He said basically said Yadier Molina like 4 years ago. He said he was bad, didn't he? Or said he wasn't any good. Yeah.
Yeah. So he's going to have to show up to spring training and prove that he's a Cardinal. How about that?
Are you?
He's got damage control to do. If he wants the one thing that you want is being in the St. Louis Cardinal is you want the fans on your side, because if the St. Louis Cardinals fans are on your side, you're loved. You're beloved. You are.
You are beloved.
So he's going to need to work on getting the Cardinals on his side.
So you're saying that he's got a better foot up maybe than, say, Chris Bryant.
Yeah, for sure. Chris Bryant probably won't ever be a Cardinal.
Or Jason Hayward.
No.
He's retired now.
Yeah.
Jason Hayward's not coming back to the Cardinals they're not going to have Jason Hayward's red jacket ceremony.
No. I'd be willing to bet the opening day when he comes out, his is going to be the quietest of the cheers. All right. He's a Cardinal now. He'll get cheers.
He'll get cheers.
He will get way less than everybody else.
I got to tell you, I hate to be the Mr. Rationality in the room. I love it. I think that picking him up for at his age, what is he, 30?
30.
He's 30. Picking him up at age 30, and he still catches probably 80 or 90% of their games. He did a little DHing last year. He's beginning, as catchers get 30 years old, they begin to back out of the catching a little bit. It's only a 4-year contract, and it's less than $23 million a year.
Yeah.
And he is that good. The Cardinals haven't had a good hitting catcher.
Oh, since Yachty.
Yachty hasn't been a good hitting catcher.
Since prime Yachty.
Yachty hasn't been a good hitting catcher for quite some time. Cardinals haven't had a good hitting catcher since Ted Simmons.
Just a couple years back.
Daryl Porter. Would you call Daryl Porter Tony Pena? Tony Pena didn't hit very much as a Cardinal.
Mike Matheny
didn't hit. Todd Zeal, basically.
I guess when he first came up, he was a catcher.
Todd Zeal called for the catchers for like a cup of coffee before they moved him out of the catching zone.
Yeah.
Because because catchers don't hit, and they wanted Todd Zeal's bat in the lineup. So Contreras can hit. Now I think the Cardinals and it fills the 5-hole that the Cardinals have to fill now in that lineup without Pujols. Pujols is gone. He filled the 5-hole for the last 3 months.
Yeah, you're going to have Yepes in there, I think. Yepes showed enough to be in the DH spot next year, I think. You still got Gorman there. You still got Donovan there. They've still got some weapons there for that.
Well, Donovan will be Gorman will be number 2, don't you think?
You think he'll start at second with Edman at first or at shortstop? Or are you going to start Donovan? I mean, there's a lot of question marks going into this offseason about, do they have the people? They do. Now they got to figure out which of these people are going to go where and how it's going to work.
I got to tell you, they may switch Nolan Gorman to outfield before Jordan Walker comes up, because I mean, right now they've got Tyler O'Neill, and the question is, what's Tyler O'Neill going to do this year?
You hurt.
All right, we're talking about Wilson Contreras. I'm fired up about the deal. Lucas,
I'm fine with it.
Lucas is fine with it. Not fired up, but fine with it. What'd you think of the Aaron Judge?
He went to the Giants. It's awesome.
He went to the Giants.
Yeah.
It was reported. It was on the internet and reported.
If you're a Giants fan watching this, you were crazy happy for that long.
We're on that one now, by the way.
That long.
We're on that camera.
That long. Got cameras everywhere.
Yeah, what was it? 7 minutes?
Oh, something like that.
On Tuesday night for 7 minutes, Aaron Judge was a San Francisco Giant.
Yep.
The Yankees really didn't have a choice to match, did they?
No. Aaron Judge is going to get what somebody else offered him from the Yankees. I mean, they were going to have that.
Somebody was going to have to blow him out of the water.
Yeah.
For him not to end up being a Yankee. 9 years and
$360 million.
$360 million, a pretty nice contract when you're 30 years old.
Fuzzy math, that's somewhere around $40 million a year.
6 feet 7 inches tall, 290 pounds. There are those of us in the room
That's a little bit. I can outweigh him.
who can tell you how bodies break down.
He might have been in a different shape than this 6'7", 300-pound guy, but yeah.
Bodies do break down in the late 30s.
And he plays the outfield every day.
I think that's why they kept Bader. I mean, he won't be. They'll figure somebody else.
Shoot, he won Gold Glove last year too. So I mean, you can't just say, "All right, now you're DH for the rest of your life." I mean, I guess you're hitting 62 home runs and
if he's going to hit 62 home runs as a DH, they'd probably let him stay there. It's if you're really looking at it in the long haul, it kind of looks like an Albert Pujols 2011 situation, where the Yankees financially might have been better off if they let him go, especially in the last 4 years of the contract.
Could you imagine what that fan base would have done had the late Yankees let Judge go? I mean, financially, you couldn't let him go. I mean, the Yankee fan base would have been,
Cardinals let Pujols go, but it's the Cardinals. Yep. They don't have as much money as the Yankees, and that's
and it worked out.
And it worked out fine for both teams. So yeah, that's the other big signings. Any other big ones that you what got the ball rolling on pitching was over the weekend when Jacob deGrom. Why did he sign with Texas? Texas has
185 million reasons why.
I guess so, but Texas is so far away from
He's 34 years old. I think he decided. I don't know how much money DeGrom's made in his career, but somebody throws 185 million in front of me for 5 years. It's hard to say no,
especially when you've only started maybe 20 games in the last 2 or 3 years. It was. Texas is going to be that contract may bury Texas. It's a dandy.
What if he would have stayed there though, and they had DeGrom, Scherzer, and Verlander in the rotation? Enjoy that one.
with $100 million closer.
Yeah, with $100 million closer.
They signed the Mets signed their closer, Edwin Diaz.
$102 million.
$102 million. They signed Verlander for. Did you see what Verlander signed for? By the way,
$43 million, $86 million,
43.3.
Yeah.
Do you know who else gets paid $43.3 million a year?
Who?
Max Scherzer.
Okay. He said, "Give me Scherzer's contract. We'll call it good."
That's how it was. They didn't want either player to be higher paid than the other.
At that point, does it matter? I mean, I make $44 million. No, I make $43.3. I don't care. It
really does. I think it matters to Scherzer. It matters to because he and Verlander pitched together 10 years ago. Maybe not even that long ago. Before Scherzer got traded away from Detroit, they were on the same team for 3 or 4 years, and I think Scherzer would have been angry had Verlander got paid more than him.
I tell you what, it would be really difficult for me to look down at $43.5 million and be angry at all.
Oh yeah,
I get
million and you get $1.3 million a start
per start
every 5th day where you walk out on the mound getting $1 million.
Yeah,
that might.
I think I can get over it.
The Mets, ladies and gentlemen, are made of money, made of .com money, and they're using it. And you gotta like, as a baseball fan, I don't know if you have to like it or not, but you gotta like seeing an owner who will dip into his pockets and not just cry poverty like 25 of the 30 owners will do.
Yeah, and that's why you're starting to see the same teams every year right now.
Yeah.
I mean, there used to be a lot more parity, but it doesn't feel like that anymore.
It really, I mean, the Phillies are doing the same thing now.
Yeah, Phillies dug in.
With Trey Turner, that's a heck of a pickup. Anyway, that's an eventful week in free agent market. Cardinals done? With free agency, probably, right?
Yeah, yes. They might sign some people. I'm sure there'll be some middle relievers in there.
They signed a reliever yesterday.
And I don't know as far as starting pitchers. They still, Xander Bogaerts is still out there.
Well,
Darby Swanson's still out there.
They lost Jose Quintana, and that was kind of disappointing.
And then Carlos Correa is still out there. So there's still 3 top-tier shortstops, but I don't think they're going to spend the money.
I kind of agree with you. Well, unless they can get Correa on a 1 or 2 year deal. For some reason, he only signed a 1 year up in Minnesota.
Yeah, he did.
I didn't understand that.
He's probably looking for the big contract from somebody.
That's why he did it. Yeah, he's out again this year. You're watching Big Talk, back in a sec.
At Midwest Farm and Land, we've got a team of dedicated land, home, and commercial experts ready to help.
We understand that buying or selling a property can be extremely stressful. Let our folks take care of you and help you find your perfect piece of property.
Whether it's recreational or hunting land, farmland, homes, or commercial, we're there to help.
Local experts with national reach. If you're interested, give us a call, 618-532-1961, or check us out on the website, midwestfarmco.com.
When you want an honest deal and hometown service without the runaround, go to Lamont Chevrolet Chrysler in Fairfield. Let Gabe McGahey, Sheldon Bunning, Jeff Black, Dennis Downs, Matthew Rogers, or Caleb Dunn score the best deal for you on your next new or pre-owned vehicle. Parts and service departments with factory-trained technicians and express lane and state-of-the-art tire and alignment technology. Lamont always inspects your battery, antifreeze, wipers, and tires for free. We want you prepared for the open road ahead. Open 24/7 at LeMansOnline.com. You'll like the way we do business.
For service beyond the surface, call Carter Trucking in Fairfield. Carter's trucks are ready to haul your big freight and grain. So whatever you call Jeremy Carter, the Mucho Mulcho Man, the driveway doctor, the gravel guru, the pothole pirate, the rockin' redneck, the smooth operator, the mudhole master, or the happy hauler, just call him. 842-2022 to haul your big freight, grain, and more with trucks from Carter Trucking, Williamson Drive in Fairfield.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to Big Talk with Bruce Dickey here on Wabash Catch TV. My name is Bruce Dickey, along with Lucas Vaughan. And today is our weekly Take the Points edition of the show, where we talk sports and gambling. And speaking of gambling, how many college football games are you betting on this weekend, Lucas?
I will probably bet on one.
I will bet on one game as well.
Do you know what you're going to bet?
I do know what I am going to bet. I don't have a slide for this, so don't even look over. Ladies and gentlemen, the big football game on Saturday is the Army-Navy game. It's always it's fun to watch because the weather's usually terrible, and you see rain and snow, and you see the president walk out on the field, and that's all really cool.
And then
they start playing,
and then they stop. Don't score anymore.
And they start playing. Somebody scores early, and then they don't score anymore. Now, did you bet on this last year?
I betted on it 16 years ago, and I've been rolling it over every year.
You have not.
Yeah, I have.
How much you rolling over?
I'm up $3.4 million right now, Bruce, on this game.
16 years ago, Army played Navy, and Lucas bet the under.
Yep. And it hit.
And it hit.
I said, I'm just going to roll that over next year.
Roll that over the next year, and it hit.
Yeah, keep going, boys.
Keep going. Roll it over the next year, and it hit.
Yeah, all the way up to this year's year number 17. I'm at $3.4 million. I'm
sitting here doing the math in my head. Had you started and rolled it over every year, it'd be a lot more than $3.4 million. It would be, I'm 2 to the 16th power.
That's $3.4 million.
No, it's more than
I
that.
did the math. You're going to get emails from people that Bruce Lucas is right.
Okay, well, you look at your account, I don't, so that's fine. 16 years in a row, folks, Army Navy has gone under. The number this year is
34 and a half, something like that. Is a low number.
It's a relatively low number. Army and Navy have played our Air Force this year. Every one of those games has gone under. Now, granted, this will be the time when it goes over. I've already placed my bet at 34 and a half. I've already got the under on Army Navy, and it's
32 and a half. Excuse me, 32 and a half.
I think I got 34 and a half.
Yeah, you got a big number.
They must
There's
have
no
dropped.
way they're going to get another 2.
Yeah, no way. That's it'll be 17-16. I'll win. 17-16 beats those chowderheads. Yeah, you gonna play that one?
Gosh, just for the fun of it, just because it's gone under, just so I can say, you know what? It took me betting an under for that sucker to go over. Welcome to my life.
Oh, that's good, clean fun. How about the NFL? What were the big? We didn't even talk about the college. Were there any surprises over the weekend? TCU getting beat, making the playoffs. That's not terrifically unexpected.
No, it's not.
Georgia covers.
Georgia, Michigan
covers.
And then
Ohio State didn't play.
They were off, but they had enough to take care of it. USC looking bad. Alabama Alabama didn't have enough to get back in.
We'll have a lot more on bowls in a week or two, and we'll talk about all that. But that's kind of the college football for you. NFL. What were the big games in the NFL this weekend? Kansas City losing.
Yeah, but lost to Cincinnati team. A game Cincinnati team.
Is Cincinnati back for real now? They are in the playoff picture. They're the number 5 seed.
Yeah, I think they're where they need to be. They're a good enough team to be where they're sitting at right now.
Cincinnati's the 5 seed. They trail the Ravens in their division.
Ravens got an issue.
Ravens got problems.
Yeah, Lamar hasn't looked good at all, and now he's out 1 to 3 weeks.
I'm surprised. I'd be surprised if it only took 3 weeks.
Yeah, so for a guy that relies on mobility.
Yeah, Titans are the 4 seed, but there's nobody else really.
There's nobody fighting with them. They've got that division wrapped up.
Chiefs have the Chargers and the Raiders about 3 or 4 games back. It's going to be tough for anybody to catch the Chiefs.
Yeah, the Raiders put themselves in a big hole, even though they're playing way better right now.
Bills can get caught by the Dolphins.
They can.
And Jets.
Dolphins just went over and laid an egg against Brock Purdy for the most part in the 49ers. So
49ers are a good team. You look at the NFC, Niners hold the West. Nobody's Seattle is in the playoffs
Seattle's there
as well, but
those 2 are there. Everybody else, Cardinals aren't any good. Rams are pitiful.
Vikings have a big enough lead. They could have clinched last week. They didn't, but they can clinch this week. Eagles have a tough division. They're going to have their hands full.
Best division of football, but they're beating everybody in their division right now too. So,
and the Buccaneers we already talked about not
just
scoring
brutally bad
points. Here's some of the ATS stats that we try to give you. This is against the spread. The Giants and Bengals. We talked about the Bengals. Cowboys. How about your Detroit Lions? The Lions at 8-4 against the spread. Who's not doing well against the spread? There's the Buccaneers. And the champs, the Rams, they are not doing terrifically well. And they've picked up Baker Mayfield on Wednesday. God bless them.
Yeah. More power to him, I guess.
I guess who wins the fight between Baker Mayfield and Wofford? Is Wofford still their quarterback or whatever his name was?
I'd probably give it to Wofford right now.
I would too. Jaguars and Bears. is Trevor Lawrence hurt?
He went down at the end of that game with he got rolled up on his ankle, so I'm not sure
I didn't
whether
know
he was there or not.
how soon he was going to come
Yeah.
back. I didn't know the word on him. Chiefs only at 4-7. But that's really kind of because everybody always picks them to win by a lot. Best over teams. Look at that. The Bears and Lions scoring some points.
I think combined they've got, 8 wins?
Yeah, but they score some points and give up some points. Same with the Cardinals. I'm kind of surprised the Browns are on that, but
I am too.
And the Seahawks for that matter as well. Everybody just low balls the Seahawks, and then the under teams, ladies and gentlemen, it's an ATM. Broncos 11-1 to the under,
And not by a little.
not by a little.
11 points to the under.
Buccaneers 8 points to the under.
That's crazy.
That is just astonishing, astonishing numbers. Let's talk about what some of the bets we have made and what do you think catch your eye on those stats?
The one that should catch everybody's eye, or two of them, is the Broncos and the Bucks.
Broncos and the Buccaneers.
I mean, at some point you think they're going to get back to what they're supposed to be doing, but this is what they are.
People realized, that's the thing. People realized, and Vegas realized 7 or 8 weeks ago that the Broncos weren't going to, they weren't going to score.
No, and they're still
and they keep dropping the over number, and they still haven't dropped it enough.
Right. Well, and one of us, the smart guy, he must have seen that slide.
I saw the slide. Who do you think puts the show together?
Yeah, your assistant probably.
How did we do last week on our NFL bet?
Fantastic.
Except for you. Sorry about that. I should have.
You guys went 4-2. Good job.
4-2. The rest of us.
Yep.
Thank you so much.
Yep. All right. So on to this week.
Don't go slow. Don't go that fast because I hit two. I hit both of mine.
I know. You know what? I do want to talk about one of yours.
Oh, which one are we going to talk about?
The Washington Giant under 40.5. I mean,
I bet it early in the week.
That's crazy because I got that line at 40
Did you
before
really?
game time.
Yeah.
And for that game to be 20-20 in overtime and a final for a
you
tie,
pushed.
I pushed on it. So I had the Giants plus 2.5.
I had the Giants and Washington. I'm going to call them the Commodores because I love the name. Washington Commodores at 40.5. That half point, the hook.
Yeah, it's very strange for that before game time to be at 40. So there must have been enough people on that under to drop at that half point, but just enough to lose.
I did it on Wednesday, so man, it took a few days for it to move.
Yeah, but nice hit.
Thank you.
Good job.
I feel good about that.
Going into overtime, I assume you knew you had that.
I had no idea. I was busy. I was elsewhere. I wasn't near TV, so yeah, I had no idea. Then I got home and that tied. I knew it was. I knew they were. I thought I was beat when it was like the first half was 16-14.
Listen, you should have been beat. All right,
I should have been beat. You take them when you get them.
Yeah, no kidding.
What do Jamie and Weeze have going this weekend?
All right, Weeze is on a couple dogs. He's on the Jags plus 4 versus the Titans. Again, like you said, I don't know whether Trevor Lawrence is healthy and playing full or not. And if he's not,
it looked ugly.
I'm not sure who their backup quarterback. Tell you the truth is
he went down in a heap, and it looked. He got twisted.
Yeah, he had his foot caught under him and he got twisted and rolled his ankle over.
It was not pleasant.
So he's on the Jags and he's also on the Ravens plus 3 versus the Steelers.
I just don't.
I'm not a Tyler Huntley guy. You know what? I'd just as soon take both of those unders as I would take the actual line on either way.
Yeah.
Jamie is on the Vikings plus 2.5 versus the Lions. That's one of these things that everybody says when a line smells fishy. It's fishy for a reason. And I'm afraid this is that fishy for a reason.
Yeah, no, and I did the same thing.
I see it.
I did the same thing. It makes no sense to me. It's a Sunday noon game. Yep. Kirk Cousins is an all-star Sunday at noon.
This is either going to be a Lions win or the Vikings are going to win by 3 touchdowns. I mean, there's not going to be the Vikings aren't going to sneak this game out.
No.
So
it is a fishy sounding. It's a fishy smelling line.
That's that thing, man. And then Jamie's on the Seahawks minus 4.5 versus the Panthers. I think the Panthers are starting Sam Darnold again.
This to me sounds like another one you would consider the under as well.
Yeah,
Wouldn't you?
Yeah. There's a lot of lines this weekend that I feel. Well, it feels like people are injured right now. The quarterbacks are out.
Actually, you look at the lines this weekend. There's only 15 games out of 14 games,
I think.
and I want to say nine or 10 of them were within 3 points.
Yeah.
it's a very difficult week.
And I've got a big one. I'm on Kansas City -9.5 versus they're at Denver. Denver is atrocious. I don't care what anybody says. And Kansas City may not cover that. I don't care, but I'm betting it that way anyway.
Beat them 30 to 10.
Yeah.
I'd be okay with that. No, not quite. What is my under?
43. So yeah.
Okay, I would be okay with that. 30 to 10. I'm fine with that.
29-10. How about that? And then I'm on San Francisco -3.5 versus Tampa Bay. They're at home. I know they got Brock Purdy, but they're going to run the ball. They're going to play defense. They're going to minimize mistakes. And Tampa Bay, I just do not think is a good football team.
So my two games: Kansas City and Denver
Under 43,
and
Vikings versus Lions.
All right. So I tell you what, I feel good. I think we go 8-0.
Yeah, I mean we've gone 8-0 a lot this year, so.
I think that's what it. I think it's happening this time. We'll be right back. You're watching Big Talk. Going to talk maybe a little NBA. Going to talk a little World Cup. Back in a sec. Having car trouble, need a tow, or just some routine maintenance? Butcher Automotive in Louisville has you covered. Locally owned and operated, Butcher Automotive offers complete vehicle repair services along with tire sales and wheel alignment. They're your local hand-cooked tire and interstate battery dealer. Butcher Automotive offers free local pickup and delivery so your car can be repaired while you're at work or at home. Butcher strives to treat everyone's vehicle as their own. At Butcher Automotive, they don't want you to give them your business, they want to earn it.
Residents of the Clay County and surrounding area have relied on Clay County State Bank for sound professional service for over 100 years. With convenient lobby and drive-up hours, we are ready to serve you Monday through Saturday. We appreciate all who bank with us, and we look forward to the opportunity of working with anyone who is looking for a community bank to help with their financial needs. Give us a call at 665-3314, visit us online, or stop by and see us on the square in Louisville to experience our friendly personal service.
When you want an honest deal and hometown service without the runaround, go to Lamont Chevrolet Chrysler in Fairfield. Let Gabe McGahey, Sheldon Bunning, Jeff Black, Dennis Downs, Matthew Rogers, or Caleb Dunn score the best deal for you on your next new or pre-owned vehicle. Parts and service departments with factory-trained technicians and express lane and state-of-the-art tire and alignment technology. Lamont's always inspects your battery, antifreeze, wipers, and tires for free. We want you prepared for the open road ahead. Open 24/7 at LaMonsOnline.com. You'll like the way we do business.
I thought I'd lost my business in that fire, but my agent was there before the flames were out. He said, together, we're going to rebuild. Our employees depended on it. My independent agent and auto owners made sure we didn't skip a beat. I mean, we didn't miss a single payroll.
For whatever lies ahead, we're always there. Auto Owners Insurance. North Wayne Insurance Agency in Flora is your local independent auto owners insurance agency.
Yeah, sorry, ladies and gentlemen. I know I'm on have television going, but I needed a cough.
Well, you're a wrestler. I mean, come on.
I can't shoot. Welcome back, Big Talk with Bruce Dickey here on Wabash Catch TV. Take the Points edition, our weekly look at sports and gambling. And Lucas.
Yes, sir.
It's high time. We are 2 months, a month and a half into the season. And you and I have not talked on this show about NBA the first time. You ready to do that?
So how about that World Cup?
We'll get to the World Cup in a second. I got some. We always talk about the over/under and the ATS. I do have NBA slides for that. Okay, so that's what I'm getting to. Against the spread so far. This is 22, 23, 24, 25 games into the season. You can begin making some some generalizations that you might think might come true. The Kings have been playing better than they are supposed to. They've been playing outstanding basketball, and the rest.
Same with the Cavaliers. The Celtics are supposed to be good. Bucks
Cavaliers had a guy get hurt the other night, though. That might affect them in the future. Celtics are tough. Margin of victory 8 points, and they're +2 against the spread. So I just like that Kings number and that Cavaliers against the spread +4. Man, that's nice. Oklahoma City playing good. Nobody thought the Oklahoma City do all that well. They lost Chet Holmgren before the year started. They were really kind of counting on him. But they thought they were going to stink. Here's the worst ATS. What's your biggest surprise here? I'll tell you what mine is.
Probably the Mavericks.
I'm surprised the Lakers aren't on that list, is what's my biggest surprise. I would have figured the Lakers would be on the worst ATS. They have been, but they are not. They are no longer.
Really, the Heat were supposed to be solid. Mavericks supposed to be good. The Wizards, Magic, even Timberwolves and Spurs were kind of rebuilding the way they are. So, yeah.
Take a look at the over teams, the national in the NBA. These teams are scoring and giving up points, and the Thunder by almost 9 points a game going over.
How about the Mavericks being on the list for best over team, but also the not covering team?
That means
they're giving up a lot of points.
That means they're giving up a ton of points. Celtics, yeah, you mentioned Celtics and Thunder are all on the best ATS,
yep.
And the Mavericks on the worst ATS. So yep. that is pretty much a telling statistic. And then you look here at the unders. What is surprising with this? You've got the Kevin Durant team and Kyrie Irving and of course Simmons has been out. That he's coming back, I think, this week. On the under, are they playing good defense? I guess. The Clippers, they lost their best defender last year, and they remain on the under. The Bulls picking it up defensively. They're just the Bulls are having a solid year. They're just playing pretty good defense. Anything surprise you there?
No, I don't know anything about the Clippers this year. I know Kawhi's back, and Kawhi is a good ball player, period. He makes a difference everywhere.
Well, that's the thing also with Kawhi, though. You got to count on, 3 games on, 1 game off,
yeah,
right? Something like that. So you don't know when Kawhi's going to play or when he's not going to play.
And that's the NBA for you, right?
And that is the NBA for you. Do you like gambling on the NBA?
No, I hate it. I truly do not like it because of I don't feel like you get the information that's going on. Guys taking rest, guys that are sick, they don't tell you anything about. I do not like betting on the NBA. It seems like when you have that small a rotation of players, there's a lot more potential instance for hanky-panky, for want of a better term. I mean, when you're betting baseball and and they tell you who's pitching and you know who's pitching, you can pretty much count on that guy to give you full effort. Right.
Certainly the pitcher anyway. Now sometimes teams they'll take players out on a Sunday or something like that.
But you know that.
It's loaded in.
You know that.
It's loaded in, and they announced the lineup.
Yep.
They announced the lineup 5 hours before the game, 4 hours before the game. NBA, they may be a healthy scratch, and you may not know about it until game time.
Right. And I feel like that happens a lot in the NBA. And that's what I just don't enjoy. I guess it's hard to say trust anything in gambling, but I cannot trust anything on the NBA.
Really?
Yeah.
I'm surprised that the NBA is like that so much, and college basketball isn't.
Yeah. Well, even the NFL, 1 hour before game times, it's who's active and inactive.
Yeah.
I mean, who's going to be playing and not playing.
There are teams that have really burned people gambling lately.
Oh, yeah.
My fantasy football team has been burned in the last 2 weeks. I need 1 win in the last 3 weeks to clinch my division. I go 0-2 the last weeks because a guy late cut.
Yeah.
So
game time decision or something.
Game time decision. Actually, my guy went into the game and had a target and then walked out.
Yeah, that's all.
Hamstring.
Yeah.
Cortland Sutton. Thanks very much, Cortland Sutton. Denver Broncos. We hate the Denver Broncos.
Yeah, just cut them all.
You know what? Cut the whole team. You know what has been a lot of fun?
What?
Have you been watching the World Cup?
I have watched more soccer in the last few weeks than I have in the last. When was the last World
40
Cup?
years.
When was the last World Cup?
4.
So I'm going to say the last 3 World Cups, the last 12 years.
No kidding.
Oh, I don't watch soccer. I don't pay attention.
But this is fun, isn't it?
Yeah,
Are you having a good time?
You know, I'd like to say I'm having a good time, but at the end of one of the matches, it was 0-0, and I go, hey, what am I cheering for here? What just happened?
You know what you're cheering for? Is because you bet on it.
Well, I did bet on it, yeah. I bet on each of the games, and I won a betting on England, too, when they beat Senegal. Was it Senegal?
Senegal.
Yeah, I want to bet on that one. So
here's what the let's see, where is it? Here is the current World Cup with the semifinals today. Pardon me, quarterfinals today, and tomorrow, and the semifinals will be next, I believe, Tuesday and Wednesday.
You know, that's really kind of almost a who's who of soccer. You know, if you put Spain in there instead of Morocco, you know, Spain, Portugal, Brazil, Argentina, the Netherlands. I mean, that's a who's who.
You know, somebody might tell you, "Oh, well, you can't call Croatia a who's who." Well, they got second place last time.
Yeah.
You know, Croatia was, now granted they were ranked 50th in the world last time, but this year they came in ranked like 15th or 12th or something like that. So Croatia versus Brazil, Netherlands versus Argentina. Those teams play here on Friday. England versus France is Saturday afternoon, and Portugal versus Morocco Saturday morning. You're talking, Lucas, that England-France game, that'd be a championship, and nobody would bat an eye.
No, I agree wholeheartedly. Portugal just obliterated the Swiss. Morocco upset Spain. So, it looks to me like Portugal should be able to handle Morocco.
All right, now hold on. Let's stop right there. Morocco knocked off Spain. That was one of your 0-0 ties.
Right.
That went to penalty kicks. Are you okay with penalty kicks in the World Cup?
Yeah, I'm fine with that.
Really don't have a choice, do they?
No, there's no getting around it.
You got to have a winner.
Yeah. So, no, that part's fine. I was talking more of the rounds there, when you could end in a tie. I really thought America was going to end up 0-3-0 with 3 draws and be gone and be like this
0-0-3.
Yeah, shoot, I think they say 0-3-0. I've been watching how they do all the.
It's wins, losses. It's the tables wins.
I saw wins, draws, losses. 0-3-0.
Should be wins, losses, draws.
I don't think it is though. And you know what? I might be wrong because I'm not going to argue soccer with you, but that's what I saw.
The fun thing, he was talking about right when I interrupted him, the Portugal versus Morocco game. That's going to be a scream on Saturday morning because Portugal's got a guy playing his 4th game as an international player, and he had a hat trick. They do call it a hat trick in soccer, same as a hat trick in hockey.
Is Ronaldo going to play?
He'll play it when they put him in, but he's not going to start. The kid who scores 3 is going to start, surely. I can't say that with full confidence, but I can say that with 99% confidence. How about that? England versus France is going to be huge. And do any of our teams, any of this group, still have a chance to win any of our bets?
Yeah, we do. And I have
the very back page.
There we go. So Weeze, and it could work. Hey, pull it back up here. So Weeze has Brazil over Argentina, which could happen. They're on each side of the bracket. So
no, that can't happen in the championship.
Why?
Because Brazil's on top. It's the World Cup does it different. The tops
it goes tops down and the bottoms up.
Tops. Yeah.
Oh, so that can't happen.
That can't happen.
And then Jamie has Brazil over England. So
that can't.
Jamie's can happen.
Right.
And then you had Argentina to beat
Belgium,
Morocco, and I had the Netherlands to beat Portugal. So.
So you're saying there's a chance?
Just don't go back and rewatch the old shows, all right?
Oh, folks, enjoy the last 7 games left of the World Cup. It's a good time, and it's fun gambling. Lucas, thanks for being here.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Folks, have a great weekend. Go out and have fun Christmas shopping. Say hi to Santa. See y'all later.